Welcome to our deep dive exploring the life and work of Edvard Grieg, the man behind the music, the personal stories that shaped his artistry, and the legacy that he left behind.
It's fascinating how someone's personal life can influence their creative output. And in Grieg's case, his life story is as captivating as his music.
So let's begin with his early life in Bergen, Norway. Grieg's upbringing was steeped in both Norwegian and Scottish traditions, which had a considerable impact on his musical development.
His family's Scottish heritage can be traced back to the aftermath of the Battle of Culloden. It's interesting how historical events can intertwine with personal narratives.
His mother, a talented pianist, recognized his musical talent early on and started teaching him piano at the age of 6.
That early exposure was crucial, laying the groundwork for his future success. It eventually led him to the Leipzig Conservatory in Germany, a renowned institution that shaped generations of musicians.
While Leipzig provided Grieg with a solid musical foundation, it wasn't always a smooth journey. He disliked the rigid structure of the conservatory, finding it restrictive to his creativity. There was one exception, however, organ studies, which he genuinely enjoyed.
It reflects his independent spirit and his desire to express himself authentically through music. Despite his reservations about the conservatory's approach, Grieg persevered, honing his skills and developing his own unique voice.
This period in Leipzig was also marked by a serious health crisis. He battled tuberculosis as a teenager, a challenge that had a lasting impact on his health.
It's truly remarkable that despite these setbacks, his passion for music never wavered. It almost seems as if the challenges he faced fueled his creative spirit.
Let's turn our attention to a pivotal chapter in Grieg's life, his return to Norway and the blossoming of his distinct musical style. This period was marked by personal and professional growth as he embraced his Norwegian heritage and forged meaningful connections.
Upon returning to Norway, Grieg met the legendary violinist Ole Bull. This encounter proved to be instrumental in shaping his career trajectory.
Ole Bull recognized Grieg's prodigious talent and became a devoted mentor. He even convinced Grieg's parents to send him back to Leipzig, believing it was essential for his musical development.
Bull saw something exceptional in Grieg, a spark of genius that transcended technical skill. He nurtured that spark, guiding Grieg towards a path that would ultimately lead him to international acclaim.
It was during this time that Grieg's life was further enriched by a profound personal connection. He fell deeply in love with his cousin, Nina Hagerup, a gifted lyric soprano.
Their love story is like something out of a romantic novel. Their shared passion for music undoubtedly strengthened their bond.
They married in 1867 and a year later welcomed their only child, Alexandra. Tragically, their daughter died from meningitis in 1869.
This devastating loss profoundly impacted Grieg. You can sense echoes of both joy and sorrow in his compositions from this period.
One of his most renowned pieces, the Piano Concerto in A minor, was composed during this emotionally turbulent time. It's poignant to consider the depth of emotion he poured into this masterpiece, especially given the circumstances surrounding its creation.
It speaks to the power of music as a means of processing complex emotions. Grieg channeled his grief and love into his work, creating a piece that resonates with audiences even today. What's even more striking is that he composed it while on holiday in Denmark.
It raises questions about his mindset during that holiday. Did composing serve as an escape from his grief or a way to process it? How does that understanding inform our perception of the music?
These are intriguing questions, and perhaps the answers lie within the music itself. Years after his encounter with Liszt, Grieg crossed paths with another influential figure in the music world, Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. Their meeting in Leipzig in 1888 was marked by mutual admiration and respect.
Tchaikovsky held Grieg's music in high esteem, praising its beauty, originality, and warmth. It must have been quite an experience for Grieg to receive such heartfelt compliments from a composer of Tchaikovsky's stature.
It's a testament to the universal language of music that these two composers from different backgrounds and cultures could connect on such a profound level, recognizing each other's talents. Their shared passion transcended any national or stylistic differences, solidifying their places in music history.
And speaking of solidifying his legacy in 1897, Grieg and Nina received an invitation to perform at Windsor Castle for Queen Victoria. Imagine the prestige of such an occasion.
This invitation underscored Grieg's international acclaim and cemented his position as one of the leading composers of his time. It was a testament to his years of dedication, hard work, and artistry.
As Grieg entered his later years, his health unfortunately declined, but his creative spirit remained strong. He even embraced new technologies in 1903. He recorded 9 of his piano pieces on a gramophone in Paris.
While those recordings might sound different to our modern ears, they offer a valuable glimpse into Grieg's personal performance style.
It's like having a time capsule, a direct connection to the composer himself.
Grieg also explored the world of player pianos, meticulously indicating the tempo and phrasing for many of his pieces on piano rolls. He was clearly dedicated to making his music accessible to a wider audience.
His willingness to embrace those new technologies reflects his forward-thinking mindset and desire to connect with listeners using the most innovative tools available.
Grieg was not only a musical innovator, but also a man of principle. In 1899, he canceled his concerts in France to protest the Dreyfus affair, a controversial scandal fueled by anti-Semitism.
His decision to boycott France, despite potential damage to his career, demonstrated his unwavering commitment to human rights and his refusal to remain silent in the face of injustice.
His actions reveal a strong moral compass. He believed that true artistic expression could not flourish in an environment where basic human rights were denied.
It's a powerful reminder that artistry often goes hand in hand with social responsibility.
One of the last significant encounters in Grieg's life was his meeting with the Australian composer and pianist Percy Grainger in 1906. Grainger, a devoted admirer of Grieg's music, formed a strong bond with him.
Grieg was impressed by Grainger's performances of his Norwegian peasant dances, praising his authenticity, and feeling this connection speaks to the global reach of Grieg's music and its power to transcend cultural boundaries.
It's heartwarming to see Grieg finding joy in his final years, witnessing his music embraced by a new generation of musicians.
Tragically, Grieg's health continued to deteriorate, and on September 4, 1907, he passed away in Bergen at the age of 64. His death marked a profound loss for the music world.
His funeral was a testament to the impact he had on so many lives. Thousands lined the streets of Bergen to pay their respects. His own funeral march, in memory of Richard Nordraak, orchestrated by his friend Johann Halvorsen, was played along with the funeral march movement from Chopin's Piano Sonata No. 2.
Grieg was cremated, and his ashes were placed in a mountain crypt near his beloved home. Troldhaugen later, Nina's ashes were placed alongside his.
It's a peaceful, final resting place for a man who found solace and inspiration in the natural beauty of Norway.
Now let's shift our focus to the magic that made Grieg's music so unique.
Grieg's genius lay in his ability to seamlessly blend Norwegian folk music with the Romantic tradition. He took those simple melodies and infused them with depth and complexity that resonated with audiences worldwide. He didn't just quote folk tunes directly, he transformed them, weaving them into the very fabric of his compositions.
Can you provide an example of this transformation?
Let's consider his Holberg suite. It draws inspiration from Baroque dance forms, but infuses them with a distinctly Norwegian flavor he was drawing from the past, but reinterpreted it through his own cultural lens. The result is a work that feels both familiar and fresh, rooted in tradition, yet undeniably original.
This originality extended beyond his use of folk melodies. He also experimented with harmony and rhythm, pushing the boundaries of conventional Romantic music.
He wasn't afraid to break the rules. He introduced unexpected dissonances and shifted rhythmic patterns, surprising and delighting listeners.
Those elements certainly add an element of unpredictability to his music. You never quite know where it will go next.
Yet, despite that adventurous spirit, his music always maintained a sense of lyricism and beauty. He walked a tightrope between innovation and tradition, creating something both groundbreaking and deeply moving.
This mastery is particularly evident in his piano works. Pieces like the lyric pieces and the Ballade in G minor showcase his ability to evoke a wide range of emotions with a delicate touch.
These works are like miniature worlds, each capturing a fleeting mood or sentiment with remarkable precision. Listening to them is like taking a journey through a landscape of emotions, from introspective melancholy to exuberant joy.
And then there are his larger-scale works like the Piano Concerto in A minor, a piece that has become a cornerstone of the concert repertoire.
The concerto exemplifies Grieg's ability to synthesize his romantic sensibilities with his profound connection to Norwegian folk music. You can hear those echoes of traditional dance rhythms and melodies woven into the piece.
Yet it never feels derivative or contrived. It's a truly original and captivating work.
Precisely, Grieg took those diverse elements and forged them into something undeniably his own.
Another hallmark of Grieg's style is his use of modal scales and harmonies, something he borrowed from Norwegian folk music.
These scales, which differ from the traditional major and minor scales, give his music a haunting, almost ethereal quality. It's a departure from the conventions of Western classical music, creating a sense of freshness and originality. It's one of the reasons his music remains so enduringly popular.
It speaks to something deep within us, something that transcends time and place.
Grieg was a master at evoking emotions and memories that words simply cannot express. He achieved this through his unique blend of innovation, tradition, and heartfelt emotion.
Let's now turn our attention to his vocal works. He composed numerous songs, choral pieces, and even an opera.
His vocal writing is as expressive and nuanced as his instrumental music. He had a remarkable understanding of the human voice and its ability to convey a vast spectrum of emotions.
His songs are known for their lyrical beauty and their ability to capture the essence of Norwegian folk poetry. He set texts by some of Norway's most renowned poets, including Henrik Ibsen and, of course, Bjørnstjerne.
These collaborations resulted in some of Grieg's most beloved and enduring works pieces that showcase his talent for seamlessly merging music and poetry.
For instance, his song cycle Hagtusa, which sets poems by Arne Garborg, is a masterpiece of vocal writing. It explores themes of nature, love, and longing.
The music beautifully captures the mood and imagery of those poems, transporting the listener to the rugged landscapes of Norway.
It's a testament to Grieg's ability to create a sense of place and atmosphere through his music.
Another notable vocal work is his setting of Ibsen's poem, Bergeliot. It's a dramatic ballad that tells the story of a courageous woman who defends her home against invaders.
The music is powerful and evocative, capturing the drama and intensity of the story.
These vocal works demonstrate Grieg's versatility as a composer. He was adept at writing for solo, voice, chorus, and orchestra in each genre. He brought his unique blend of romantic lyricism, folk influences, and harmonic innovation.
It's this unique blend that makes Grieg's music so compelling. It's both familiar and surprising, comforting and challenging.
It's a testament to his genius that his music continues to resonate with audiences over a century after his death.
Let's now consider the impact he had on subsequent generations of composers.
Grieg's influence can be heard in the works of many 20th century composers, including John Sibelius, Ralph Vaughan Williams, and even Claude Debussy.
His use of folk melodies, innovative harmonies, and distinctive melodic style left an indelible mark on classical music.
He paved the way for composers to embrace their national identities, to draw inspiration from their own cultures and traditions.
And he showed that it's possible to create music that is both deeply personal and universally appealing.
His legacy is a testament to music's ability to transcend borders, languages, and cultural differences. Now, let's explore the enduring popularity of Grieg's music and how it has permeated popular culture, film, and even video games.
It's remarkable how Grieg's music has become interwoven with popular culture. His melodies seem to have permeated our collective consciousness.
His music appears in movies, television shows, even video games. It's everywhere.
One of the most recognizable examples is the use of In the Hall of the Mountain King in the 1981 film The Shining. That scene with Jack Nicholson's chilling grin is unforgettable. And Grieg's music undoubtedly heightens the suspense.
The music adds layers of menace and unpredictability, amplifying the film's psychological horror.
Grieg's music isn't limited to horror films. It's been featured in various genres, from romantic comedies to action thrillers.
His Piano Concerto in A minor played a significant role in the 1996 film Shine, which tells the story of pianist David Helfgott. The concerto becomes a powerful symbol of Helfgott's struggles with mental illness.
The music's emotional intensity and virtuosity mirror the complexities of Helfgott's life.
Countless television shows and commercials have utilized Grieg's music to evoke a sense of drama, romance, or nostalgia.
His melodies have a unique ability to tap into our emotions, transporting us to different times and places. It's as if his music has become a universal language, capable of communicating across cultures and generations.
It's fascinating to witness how contemporary artists from various genres like jazz and electronica have sampled and reinterpreted Grieg's work. They've given it a fresh, modern feel.
It speaks to the timelessness of his music and its ability to inspire and influence artists across genres and eras. Even video games have integrated his music into their soundtracks.
The popular game Tomb Raider features the haunting melody of Morning Mood from the Peer Gynt suite to create an atmosphere of mystery and wonder.
It's extraordinary how music composed over a century ago can still deeply affect modern audiences.
It speaks to the universality of human emotion and our connection to music that transcends time and place.
As we conclude this deep dive into the world of Edvard Grieg, we are left with a profound appreciation for his artistry, innovation, and lasting legacy. His music continues to inspire, challenge, and move us, reminding us of the power of creativity to transcend boundaries and touch the essence of our being. If Grieg could see how his music has affected the world, the lives it has touched, and how it continues to evolve and inspire, what would he think?
It's a question that sparks the imagination and leaves us pondering the true meaning of artistic legacy. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and work of Edvard Grieg. We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of this remarkable composer and the enduring power of his music.